Thrill Seekers Anonymous, it's Gareth, and thank you for coming back and looking at my channel. If you've just found us, thank you for clicking on and having a bit of a look around the channel, I suppose. If you are new or if you haven't done this yet, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It all means a lot to us, and obviously seeing our channel grow just makes us really, really happy, and the bigger it grows, the more we can do. So thank you all for everything so far. Right, today's a bit of a different one, so excuse the glasses, but I've got to do some reading. So I've decided to do a question and answer, and I've got some questions from people. So I will start with the first one. So I'm going to keep looking down, sorry, but I would try and memorise them, but I'm not going to lie, I've got a really crap memory. So first one is from Zoe, who's got her channel Stasia Travels, and she's asked, what's my favourite trip I've ever been on and why? Now, I've done a few now, and I love the coach trips, I love going abroad, etc. However, there's one really, really, really special visit. Now, going back to when the Alton Towers Hotel first opened around, I think it's 95, 96, before a lot of you were probably born now, but I remember it being built and ready to open, and my dream was to stay there. Like, I was so obsessed with Alton Towers. I used to go there with my family every year around my birthday on the summer holidays, and I was so, so excited. Now, unfortunately, I don't come from a really, really well-off background, and we always used to go and have such amazing times. We'd go camping and things like that, and it was so much fun. However, this time, a few years later, well, quite a few years later, we were going to stay in the Alton Towers Hotel. Unfortunately, my stepdad became very, very ill, and it turned out it was terminal cancer, so we never actually got to stay there. However, fast forward many, many years, and Martin, my best friend, who you see on this channel quite a lot, he actually took me for my 30th birthday to stay in one of the original rooms that were left from the year it opened. So my 30th birthday, which was a year and a bit ago now, I got to stay there for the first time, and I've stayed there quite a few times since with Martin and some other friends, and had a lovely time. So that's probably my most special one, my 30th birthday, because after all those years of wanting to stay there, I finally got to. So that's that one. Then another one from Zoe, which was, what is my funniest moment at a theme park? That's a tricky one. Okay, so it's not really me, but once again, back when I was younger, I went to Alton Towers with my sister and my parents, and it was quite a really bad summer, I suppose, and it'd been really bad weather, and it started off that my stepdad, who was scared of water, my sister managed to cut the kettle over and just miss him, and she nearly scolded him. And she's not so bad now, but I love you, sister, but she used to be really smelly. Not like that, but no, she used to always have really smelly feet, and we'd got really, really wet on the water rides, and her trainers had got soaked, and they smelled so bad that my stepdad tied her trainers in a bag and hung them out the side of the van door so that they weren't inside. So looking back, that's probably one of my funniest times. And then I've got Lisa from the Lolipop Box Club. What's my favourite park I've been to and why? Now that's probably on a trip with the two Martins and Leah that we done to Europa Park. Europa is just something out of this world. Everything is just amazing, so well themed, so pretty, music's amazing, the rides are fantastic. It's just faultless, really, from what I saw, and we only had one ride go down the whole time we were there, and that was down for a whole half a day. However, after half a day it was fixed and there was nothing else wrong with it, unlike over here where things seem to break down, start back up, break down, start back up, and it's just constant throughout the day when one ride goes down. So that was really good, and the service was incredible, the food was brilliant, there was just literally nothing that I could fault with that park. And it's very rare these days that you go to a park and feel like that. Even the queue times were brilliant, the dispatches, like, it was just out of this world. So if you haven't managed to get to Europa Park yet, that's the one to try and do. She's actually given me 3 questions. If I could only do one ride for the rest of my life, what would it be? She's put hers would be the, or theirs, so probably her and Aid, who's her husband, would be the People Mover in Magic Kingdom Orlando. Now mine's probably Nemesis Alton Towers. I keep coming back to Alton Towers. I have done other parks, I promise. But it's all nostalgia. Now, Nemesis, I remember the year it opened. I remember it being built, seeing that massive hole excavated and dug in the park, and Forbidden Valley coming around, and just the whole thing, and looking at something that was actually really intimidating that we've not really seen before. And the legs dangling, and the adverts, and the comic books, the drinks that they bought out, because they had Nemesis cans, all the merchandise. It was just out of this world. Everything was just so amazingly pushed, and I think that's the first time I ever remember a park doing anything like this for me. And just hearing that roar as it went round the track for the first time. And I remember I actually queued for 3 hours that year that opened to get on Nemesis, and I got there, and I was just over half a centimetre too small, and they wouldn't let me on, and I cried. Bearing in mind, I'm just trying to think how old I've been now. I'd only been about 8, and I was just gutted. So me and my sister went back where we were staying that evening, and she made me what we called Nemesis Getter Honours. And I still remember this. We actually stuffed some tissue in a sock and put it in the heel of my trainer because it was only half a centimetre. And the next day we queued 3 hours again, and I got on, and I was so happy. And yeah, just the memories from that, and just amazing. Seeing that floor go down for the first time, and it was just all things that were just so new and technologically advanced. It was just amazing. And the theming, the other rides in the area, it was just out of this world. So yeah, that would be my ride I would ride forever. Favourite theme park food or snack? Now that one's a hard one. It's got to be from Efteling, probably, when we went there. And it's either going to be the pancake with the cherries and cream, which was incredible at the pancake restaurant, and all the cakes and everything there was just amazing. The theming, it was just an overall really lovely experience. However, the crisps on a stick, okay, the spiralised fried potato with the barbecue seasoning was amazing as well, and I've been really looking forward to that. So it'd be one of those two, but probably the pancake, like, that was lush. However, if you're from this country, not really favourite theme park snack as such, but when I've been at the parks, I've often found it's really hard, since they've got rid of the big franchise companies, to get decent food. So for that reason, I tend to find if I've tried to go to the same places, pizza and pasta's a safe bet. You know what you're going to get, whether that's at Thorpe or Alton Towers. But Alton Towers, I definitely would highly recommend the woodcutters. That was recommended by other Martin friend, and that's where we go now every time. The food's faultless normally, and it's probably the best we've had on park, so a little bit for there. Europa Park food loop, that was amazing. But yeah, if we're just talking about my favourite theme park food or snack, then, like I said, that's probably going to be the pancakes at Efteling. Now, I've got loads more to go, and we're already up to nearly 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to do a few sessions of these questions and answers, okay? Next one I'm going to do is from Callum, from Theme Park Banter. He's got, what is my scariest ride experience? Now, I'm not a fan of heights, but I'll do most rides, and I think the scariest experience, it didn't break down or anything like that, was probably my first rides on Hurricane Condor. That slow climb up is just so high, and the first time we went on it, we were actually seated, just normal seated, and I really bricked it going up. Like, I couldn't have got down fast enough. But I did pluck up the courage, and then as I've gone back the second time, I did do stand up and stand up no floor. But that was pretty scary. Other than that, I remember getting always really scared of the haunted house at Alton Towers before Jewel. That used to scare me. That little guy next to the hearse, there's like, come here, little boy. Like that guy as you're going round. We actually broke down under that guy, and we were sat there for about 10-15 minutes. And once again, I'd probably been probably about 5, 6, and that really freaked me out. Scared of heights, like I said, I've not really had any bad experiences any other parks other than like the odd little breakdowns and stuff. So that's probably my scariest experience. And then last one on from Callum is, how was your naked Grand National experience? More painful with or without clothes? To tell you the truth, the clothes didn't actually make a difference. It was just normal pain. However, what did make a difference is the fact that that day at the park, it was absolutely freezing, okay? And I mean, it was about 4 degrees, it was raining, it was really, really uncomfortable. They had us in our dressing gowns, and we were hanging around for ages outside, and then photos. By this point, and then we were queuing to get on the ride, we were shivering, we had goosebumps, it was horrible. And then when we actually got on the ride, obviously because we had dressing gowns whilst we were waiting, once we actually took our dressing gowns off and sat down in the actual carriage, it was once again really, really cold, and we were going, oh my god, this is going to be freezing when this train sets off. And as it went, after a few seconds, like, you got colder and colder and colder, and then you were actually fine. Like, it was incredible. When the train actually returned and stopped, we were all like, actually, we don't feel cold now. It's like we'd got to a point where we were so cold that when the train stopped, it was like, actually, it's quite warm outside. But that was probably the most uncomfortable bit, was the weather. But to tell you the truth, I would do it again, and I'd love to do Icon or Nemesis or something like that. Just, even Oblivion, just something a bit iconic, a bit different, rather than that, and maybe a little bit more smooth and comfortable. So get with a Mac and the B&M or something like that. Perfect. But no, definitely, it was amazing. So, thank you all for watching on this part 1 of our questions and answers to Thrill Seekers Anonymous. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's quite nice just to kind of give you some of my opinions and kind of feel like you're getting to know us a little bit on the channel and all the rest of it. So, like I said, that was part 1. Part 2 will be following in just a few days. So make sure you press that subscribe button. I've got loads more coming up. Including a question that's been sent in from Martin as well. So he sent me in his, so little answer, so that's all coming in. And I hope you just enjoyed it. Like I said, please turn on that notifications, push that subscribe, talk about us, share about us, and yeah, enjoy this new fantastic season that we've got coming up. I've got so many plans, it's unbelievable so far. In fact, I don't even know how I'm going to afford it all yet, but it will all fall into place. So we will see you all soon for part 2, and thank you. Bye!